Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are unpacking a fascinating and, honestly, deeply personal topic that impacts literally every single one of us. We're talking about the psychology of money. We're going to explore this totally life-changing idea that your financial success, it's actually a product of your behavior and your mindset, not just some complex math problem. If you've ever felt like building wealth is this impossible equation, get ready to look at things completely differently.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to picture two people. They both earn the exact same salary, they graduated from the exact same university, they even started their jobs on the very same day. Now, fast forward 10 years. One of them has total financial freedom, a growing investment portfolio, and real peace of mind. The other person, they're completely drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and just constantly stressed out about money. So what exactly happened here? Was one of them just naturally smarter?
Well, actually, no. The real difference between those two identical graduates had absolutely nothing to do with their IQ. It was all about their psychology. We so often think of money as purely a numbers game, like a math test, but it's actually about behavior. In fact, in the financial world, behavior always beats knowledge, every single time.
And that brings us to part one, money is emotional.
We kind of operate under this assumption that financial success just comes from, knowing more. We think, oh, I just need to read more investment books or watch more finance tutorials. But think about it. If knowledge was all it took, every single economics professor would be a multimillionaire. The truth is, our emotions drive the vast majority of our financial decisions. I'm going to ask you directly. Think about the very last expensive thing you bought. Did you truly need it? Be totally honest with yourself here. Was it strictly a logical purchase for your survival, or was there something a little deeper going on?
Let's be real about why we actually pull out our credit cards. Maybe everyone else had it and you felt a little left out. Or social media made it look incredible and you just got swept up in the aesthetic of it all. Or hey, maybe you just wanted to reward yourself after a crazy stressful week at work. I mean, my takeout budget absolutely spikes on Fridays, for sure. We make these emotional purchases based on these rapid-fire internal feelings. And then, here's the kicker, we try to justify them with logic after the fact. One person learns to control those emotions, the other lets their emotions control their spending.
All right, let's move right into part two, the comparison trap. And this brilliantly illustrates the absolute biggest enemy of building wealth. Back in the day, we only compared ourselves to the people living next door. But today, we're comparing our everyday lives to millions of perfectly curated lives online. Every time you scroll, it's luxury vacations, expensive cars, designer clothes, flawless houses. We are constantly bombarded with these lifestyles that are quite literally designed to make our own lives feel smaller. On one hand, you see the highlights, the cars, the extravagant trips, but on the other hand, you have the hidden reality, crushing debt, mounting anxiety, intense financial pressure. We rarely see the messy behind the scenes. The sad truth is, so many people are spending money they haven't even earned yet, just to impress strangers they don't even know.
But here is the secret the flashy influencers definitely won't tell you. Real wealth often looks incredibly boring. Actual wealth totally goes unnoticed because, well, it looks like saving. It looks like investing. It's intentionally living below your means and choosing long-term security over short-term attention. The people who look the richest aren't always wealthy, and the truly wealthy ones, they're often the people nobody even notices.
Which leads us perfectly into part three, the power of patience.
We live in a world that just aggressively rewards speed. Fast food, fast internet, instant delivery. Naturally, this completely conditions our brains to crave instant wealth too. But money does not work like a prime delivery. It requires consistency. On day one, it's literally like planting a tiny seed. You look at it, and it looks exactly the same. Months later, nothing exciting is happening. It feels like you're getting absolutely nowhere. But years later, it becomes this massive tree. Small amounts of money invested consistently turn into surprisingly huge results thanks to compound growth.
So the crucial point is that we get totally distracted by the short term. We obsess over what we can achieve or earn in 10 days, and we completely underestimate what we can build over 10 years. Patience is not exciting, it's probably never going to go viral, but if you don't lose focus, it is incredibly profitable.
Okay, let's shift gears to part four, redefining financial risk. When you hear the word risk, you probably instantly picture a stock market crash, right? Like losing all your money in a day. But that's a super narrow way to look at it. True risk is actually failing to invest in yourself and your habits and your future. It's not learning new skills, or not taking care of your health, or not preparing.
Money in a bank account can vanish, but the skills you build, those stay with you forever. Your income is ultimately just a reflection of the value you create, which makes you the absolute ultimate asset.
The greatest investments aren't always tied to the stock market. We're talking about education, communication skills, daily discipline, your physical health, and your emotional control. These are the investments that keep paying you massive dividends for decades. A market crash literally cannot take away your ability to communicate effectively or stay emotionally disciplined.
Now we arrive at Part 5, the secret wealthy people understand.
Most of us just assume wealthy people feel like they have this unlimited pool of money to buy whatever they want. But financially successful individuals actually use a totally different framework. Instead of asking, what can I buy today, they look at a potential purchase and ask, what is this going to cost me in the future? They get that every single unnecessary purchase has a hidden cost. It's not just the price tag, it's the lost opportunity. Money you spend today can never earn you money tomorrow. They evaluate that lost opportunity before they ever swipe their card.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how it completely flips our standard definition of wealth. Financially successful people do not focus on looking rich, they focus on becoming financially free. And what does freedom really mean? It means having options. It means getting to choose the work you do, having the ability to help your family out, and just sleeping peacefully because you aren't terrified of some unexpected expense. Money isn't valuable because it buys luxury, it's valuable because it buys you options.
So let's bring all these concepts together for our conclusion, the battle in your mind. At the end of the day, achieving financial success isn't about finding some perfect hidden stock before everyone else does. Actually, scratch that. It's really about personal transformation. It's becoming the kind of person who just makes better decisions, day in and day out. If you want to take action right now, it boils down to these highly actionable steps. Step 1, spend less than you earn. Step 2, invest consistently and be relentlessly patient. Step 3, keep learning, stop comparing yourself to the internet, and master your emotions. The biggest financial battle isn't happening on Wall Street. It is happening right inside your own mind. When you learn to control your behavior, you guarantee that money stops controlling your life.
I want to leave you with this really powerful, provocative closing thought. Your income may start your financial journey, but your habits decide where it ends. Take a hard look at your daily habits today. Are they building the future you actually want, or are they holding you back? Put these psychological tools to work, master your mind, and just watch how it completely transforms your wealth. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and we will see you next time.